Hi, Grandma Mary here, and woo, we're here to talk about Pinterest, huh? Everyone's going nuts about Pinterest. It's a traffic driving machine, yada, yada, yada. But how do you use it effectively? The good news is Pinterest doesn't take a lot of work. The bad news is that thing will suck you in and spit you out and take your time faster than you know what. I don't know. It's a crazy place to be. Lots of fun, very visual. And if your business is visual at all, if any of your blog posts have any visuals, and they should, it's a good idea to have a little visual stuff in there to spice things up, then you need to be looking at Pinterest, because if you're not on Pinterest, it doesn't matter. People are finding your stuff and pinning it, and you want to make sure you know how it's being pinned and where it's being used. So you got to get on there. That's my message. Even if you don't want to be, you got to check a few things out and see what's happening to your posts, because you want to know how they're being used. Now, my first message is don't let people pin your crap, okay? And what I'm talking about with that is this. You want to see how your pins are being used, first of all. Take a look at an example here. So what you want to do to see who's pinning what is you go to pinterest.com/source and then your website name without the www. So here's an example of my friend Anita. She's fantastic, runs a site called Denver Green Chili. Well, here's the situation. She didn't have a picture for every post, and what happens is people are pinning her posts because they're delicious chili recipes, and she doesn't have a picture for them, so they end up pinning the same picture over and over and over. So she's getting her crap pinned right there. She needs to go back in there, and she knows this, go back in there, add some photos to each post, because, you know, even though this is a pretty decent picture, you don't know how your stuff is being pinned. So want to go check that out. You can put in any website and see what's being pinned. It doesn't have to even be your own. So if we look at Andrea's site here, AndreaVall.com, we can see what's being pinned. And I pinned a few things, of course, but then what happens is you want to check out what else is being pinned. Brenda Jankowski pinned this, and I might want to say thanks or give it a like or something like that, because they pinned that. Tufel pinned this thing. I might want to give it a like or say thank you. You want to see how your stuff is coming out, and you can see that some of these pictures, some of these posts didn't have a picture, so they pulled in a sidebar picture. So you may want to go in, check that out, see how your stuff is looking. Don't let them pin your crap. If you don't want that crap pinned, you got to go back in and put a photo in, all right? So that's my message with that, to first check out how things are being pinned. So let's take a few tips here on some Pinterest tips. Now here's my boards. If I go in, I've got my boards. I've got LinkedIn tips, people I love, comfortable shoes. You don't know when you're going to need some comfortable shoes. You got to look at that. Pin the ones that are good. Although I don't know about this one. I'm a little concerned about those, but that's okay. So then you got Facebook tips and funny stuff. Now don't just pin your own stuff. You got to pin other people's stuff too. Spread the pin love. Don't just be a pin hog and pin all your own posts, but mix it in there. Make sure that you're having some value and pinning your most valuable stuff. And take a look at some of these things that I pinned. You can pin videos. So you can pin YouTube videos. Then you can also pin pictures. That picture didn't come out so well, did it? It's all right. We'll take a look at that problem later. Then you can edit your pins and make sure they're pointing to your post or to your Facebook page or wherever you want to pin them or link them to. So let's take a look at these LinkedIn tips. Now, a couple of these I pinned in from the website. So let's take a look at how that looks. I'm going to edit this pin, and it's pinning directly from my website because I use the pin it button to pin that picture. And now it links back to my website, giving me some traffic, hopefully, if someone is finding this pin and clicking over through to it. Now, I also I uploaded a picture itself. This one is uploaded by user. I'm going to go back in and edit this, and I'm going to link it. I'm going to say, let's link this to the website, or I can link it to my LinkedIn profile. Linked, how do you spell LinkedIn? Linked, oh good Lord, LinkedIn.com in Grandma Mary Show. I'm gonna link it right to my profile there, so that people can maybe connect with me on LinkedIn. So that's what I want to make sure. You've got links to your important pins that are pointing back to you. The other thing you want to do is make sure you install a pin it button on your website. Make it easy for people to pin stuff. Now, it's easy to do. All you have to do is find the Pinterest pin it button plugin here. You can go into plugins, say add new, and then just search on Pinterest, and you'll be able to find it. Really easy peasy. Pinterest, search for plugins, and shabam, there it is, pin it button. Install it on your site there. Actually, I've got this one. There's two. I got this pin it button here with the little quotes around it. I found that it worked pretty well. Because if you take a look at your page now, so here's an example of how I'm going to add some pins to my boards now. So now I'm going to go in and I like this post. I'm going to add it to my Facebook tips board. I'm going to click pin it. And now it pulls up all the pictures I could pin to it. I'm gonna pin maybe one or two tips. So I'm gonna pin it there. So I'm gonna say use network blog syndication to add blog automatically to Facebook page. So I'm going to pin that, and I've pinned it on my Facebook tips blog. You know, I want to make sure my Facebook tips board, got to get my terms right there. Click pin it, and then you're done. You could tweet it out now. I could tweet that I pinned that. Boom. You know, just spread the love around your social sites wherever you want to go, sprinkling a little of your blog here and there. So, you know, take a look at some of the things here in the Pinterest. Add some fun stuff. Don't be boring. My advice is always don't be boring. Add fun stuff. Have fun with it. Make sure that you're pinning other people. And check out all the tips in this post, because we got lots of good tips here for you. And follow me on Pinterest. There we go. All right. Hope that helps. Talk to you next time.